How's it going? I don't know. We're about to find out. Alright, Nixilis. I'm pretty sure I've played this at one point, maybe way back when it first came out. There's been some new things to Casualty to get the second one. So, okay, I'm doing it again. I gotta read it before I start talking about things. 3 mana, 3 loyalty, Casualty X, and that is a copy of this card. And it's not a legendary, so you can have 2 of them in play. You see this sometimes. It's not like super heavily played, but I saw it the other day, I suppose. So ideally you sack something like Rotting Regisaur, like this thing, and then you just instantly have a 7 loyalty Nixilis, and you could just draw 7, right? Basically exactly a Gristlebrand activation, which is cool, but a lot of your deck... it's one of those things, this happens sometimes, I suppose, but like when you have too much of the thing that lets you do it in the first place, you then simply just draw more cards that only let you do it again and don't then win, right? Like, oh, I drew 7 cards, 4 lands in 3 ways to Casualty 7 or something again, and those cards don't actually help you. Sure, they're in your hand, you win up 7 cards or whatever, but you don't want to have too much of the funny enabler to only then do it and draw more of it and not like some pivot into a victory. But apart from that, the plus is each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard. And then if you control a demon or devil, which is pretty easy with 2 of these going, because the -2 makes a devil, you gain 2 life. So that's pretty cool. Your opponents, if they're not like creature heavy, could really not enjoy 2 of these plussing every turn. It's like 4 damage a turn, or a few cards here and there. Most of the time you just pay 2 life until it's critically dangerous, and then you stop doing that. Just like this thing, Palantir. So they kind of work nice with each other, I guess. You'd start drawing faster than you might normally would. But on the off side of that, I don't mind milling because I have a reanimate package in here. It's not like a heavy one, but it's kind of in here. I did just craft this thing. I suppose it's cool. I have Buried Alive, Reanimate, Necromancy, all that jazz. Persist, I think, made it? Yeah, Persist. Shield Druid, all that. You could probably play the One Ring. I don't want Mana Rocks, I don't think. And the rest is like removal, random mid-range nonsense, funny, goofy things that I like that probably won't do too much, like, where is it? Not Dark Confidant. Skirt Stag. Skirt. You just tap this and 2 other things and make a 5/5, which is cool to Casualty the 5/5, and there's a ton of ways to kill things. Do I have, yeah, Tragic Slip as well in here, because Morbid seems pretty commonly a thing per turn with a deck like this, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's it. We don't have to make a second Casualty 7. You can just do it for whatever number, and that to me is okay as well. I don't know if the Sephiroth draining your opponent when everything dies is great, but maybe it is. We're about to find out. Yep, that's it. Let's go. Ooh, no creature. Probably not going to reanimate something from my opponent's side either. That's scary. Oh, I also didn't end up adding Liliana's. I could take out Triumph. Holy, no, nothing, huh? Well, I mean, I have it, but then I have nothing else. Alright. Alright. Let's see what happens. Opponent has... what is that, Subtlety? Once Upon a Time? Probably Subtlety. Oh, it's Once Upon a Time, okay. Don't see that one too often. Shield Druid. I need it. I need it. I think I should just cast this at instant speed here, because I would argue it's kind of important. I mean sorcery, don't listen to me. You know what? I won't. If they counter it, my mono green opponent displayed a counterspell. That seems next level unlikely from a Tatyova deck. Just as I figured. I think it's better to go right into Buried Alive Persist than it is Casualty 1. I think? But I'm not persisting anything crazy. Like Summon Bahamut's... I don't know. Maybe it's fine. It's really hard to justify casualtying this right now. So let's just do that. And Grenzel's a legendary, so let's grab... Is this a legendary? Oh, no, I guess it's not. Okay. Very well. I mean, the cat's out of the bag when I did that, but I guess Tatyova isn't in play this turn cycle. But neither is Nixilis. I mean, the more turns go on, the worse this game is for me. Especially if they don't play anything that I could really want to kill here. I'm not sure... Like, if I just get hit by River's Rebuke, I feel like a goober. But I guess I'm demanding that they do that. Alright, they did play a creature. I wonder if it's right to just wait until I have this in play to cast it? Because, like, if I do cast it, it doesn't actually do anything. Like, it just kills this, and then they can just block with Tatyova, and I haven't accomplished much. Let's just go ahead and do this. I'm kind of just totally screwed to River's Rebuke and stuff, but it's a blue-green deck. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not play the game? Alright, well that kills the fairy. That's also not quite what I expected to be cast, but that's interesting. Wait, what? Really? Why would you do that? I don't know. Okay. I don't think I would do that. Is that right? I mean, I'm not gaining life anymore, but I don't need a devil token. I can still just plus. That was a bit strange. Alright, well, I'll take it. I'm going to persist the must answer threat. They're almost identical, so I'm going to take this one. Okay, yeah, you got it. Why not? So, what's in my graveyard? Alright. I guess I just grab Reanimate. They did not play a land. Is it, like, dumb to not get Gristlebrand? I feel like it's very stupid to not get this. I wish I drew a land for this stupid Shieldred. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. What if I do this, get rid of you. Can I stack these right? Will it stack on its own right? I think it does. Yeah. What do you got? Craterhoof Nissa. Beautiful. So, let's go ahead and do that. Beautiful. Alright, I wasn't sure if that was right, but I did it, and it worked out. It is most likely not. The chances of it being that would be insane, having just talked about it today, and then the first, like, one of the first decks I see is that would be kind of nuts. Yep, just put this in play. They didn't instantly scoop to it, so it's 100% not. It's not Cruel Claw with just Emrakul. The dream is not here. Chthonian Nightmare? With my myriad of things. Yeah, they have a castable spell. Which means it's not Cruel Claw. There's no way it's actually hit your opponent Emrakul, right? There's no way. There's no way. I refuse. I refuse to believe that's the case. I'm going to respect it. If you kill a token, I'm sold it's just that. Oh my goodness, is it? Oh my goodness. I think it is. I think it actually is. Oh wow. Really? You have cards? They're actually legitimately scared of Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. You realize the chances of that happening? Wow. I was talking about playing this with just Emrakul Eldrazi, and I've only seen it like once, a while ago, and then here it is. What I'm fairly confident is just giant Eldrazi, and there's nothing else. Now, maybe this is actually just the common way of playing it, but I don't think I've seen that. Like, this is technically the second time I'm convinced that was the only thing going on here every time I see it. Normally it's just play creatures and it gives you value randomly. But it looks like the second time someone went for that thing that I almost played today. Huh. Okay, May's back on the menu. Maybe I should have played it. Could you imagine I saw the mirror? Removal. Speaking of removal, I don't have a red source or anything to do with Entomb, but I'm up against this deck, which could give me time to play the game in a way that I feel good about stuff. I'm gonna grab a non-legendary here, just so I have more hits. Oh, I just said non-legendary. I clicked Renzo. Ugh, I wanted to click Summon Bomb. Alright, nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything. Alright, my opponent saw nothing. No crackies? No, crack is fine. We like crack. Crack is fine, yeah. Nah. Okay, sure. They did not cast their commander. I don't know why. Is it just straight up... Oh, this is not the one I thought it was. I thought it was the 5-color elemental thing. Alright, I should read better. Alright, get in there, 6/6. Get in there. Because I can draw Persist. And now I cannot draw Persist. That was a mistake. I'm sorry, what? When this enters, bounce something? Is Spartan me? Escuze? Want to do that against her? What's going on here? Is this an Shark Pirate? What is going on? What is happening? I don't like this. Well, that's in my hand now, I guess. Doesn't do much here. Do I even get rid of this? What if I did not get rid of this? It's probably a good idea to get rid of this. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll harass the Big Fin Bouncer. Well, that's lame. I can... I think I have to do this. Yeah, I have to do this. Now's the time to do it, so... I don't think my life total matters. This is always plussing. Maybe I can just simply minus this one. No, I'd rather just plus. I mean, it's harassing. My life total doesn't matter. The devil's so irrelevant. I think I really should kill Vivi, but this has power, which I don't like. It flips into something annoying. I'm just killing Vivi. You know what? You have 2 cards left. I don't care. Let's kill that. Vivi would like to tap and not swing, so... And you only have 2 cards. Okay. Well, you don't want to kill the original... Okay. A little bit of a mistake there. Let's say rather colossal mistake. I just draw 7 cards now. That was something I would not have done. Maybe they just want me to lose 7 life. Not totally unreasonable. But pretty sketchy. Let's play Pack Rat and Bronchies, I guess. Alright, I can make 2 rats a turn. The clock is very real right now. That was their draw. I think I'm just interested in killing this again. Rite of Replication? Oh my goodness. Let's... 1, 2, 3... It's only 5. Let's see if they block. Let's see if they block. No blocks. Alright, make 1. Get rid of that. And then take 4. I have to do this. Rather, I emotionally have to do this. So... I don't like this. I don't think their commander's going to be a part of the game again, so I'll just kill it. And then ask them to deal with me in a different way. This is saddle 3. Yeah, I wouldn't have made 2 rats ever. I don't think that's what I would have done. It's not unreasonable to make me take 7, but I don't think I'm giving anybody a Gristlebrand trigger, so that was a bit strange. I think if you get upset that you lost to Nixilis, you have to, like, reassess your deck. Losing to Pack Rat is a deck problem. Yeah, I don't think... I don't think it's my fault they lost to Pack Rat, or that they baby raged and roped out. Okay. This faithless looting needs to hard carry right now. Oh my goodness! Oh, we're so here. We're doing it. We're doing it. So doot doot. All right, we have Grenzo turn 2, assuming my opponent doesn't steal it. I mean, it's so much better to just grab Gristlebrand. I don't know. I mean, I should just reanimate something else. So I don't know. My opponent could also just have reanimate, and I'd feel like a complete idiot. Alright, they don't have it. Summon Bahamut's good too. I really think the right thing to do is get Gristlebrand, because then it can lead in to the next giant dumb thing I can grab. You know, if that makes any sense. Like, I could just use this to get the next giant dumb thing. Wait. No way. Okay. I was about to say, how dare you? Alright, well, obviously not going... Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I wanted this. And now we grab... Oh, wait, no, I already played a land. I forgot, it's still turn 2. Silly me. 1... 2... Ooh, I got rid of my removal spell. That was dumb. Yeah, I should have kept the stomp. Should have kept the stomp. That was dumb. But if they have to kill Gristlebrand, then I suppose it's not a big deal. I am never going to 1. They have a 1-minute spell. It could be Lightning Bolt. Oh, they're white. I forgot they're also white. Can't be countered. Spells you control can't... What? What? Okay. Interesting. I mean, I still have stuff. That's interesting. Bane? Oh, I want this so bad. You can't stop me. Do you run sweepers or what's going on here? Spells you control can't be countered. Okay. Yep, I sure do have a counter spell. You have the haste enabler and a giant dumb thing? Okay, you don't. Orum's chant. Oh, well, I mean, I'll just take that. What says ward? Oh, right, because of the hexing spaghetti. Okay. The internet has their mind blown about it. Alright, I will valiantly lose 2 life. Okay. Cool. Random 5/5? You know what? Let's just do this. I don't really care to think about anything. I'll just kill that. I could have killed it first, actually. 1... Well, they're still here. They haven't conceded, so is there a board wipe? Nope. It's also a tapped land. That's... Of all the commanders you really don't want to tap land, I feel like it would be this one. Do I Dark Ritual this? No. I could Dark Ritual it next turn, though. Whenever you discard to pay 3, I suppose I should keep that. So Dark Ritual it this turn, and then I can immediately Ob Nixilis it the next turn. So I like that. While also ideally not casting Lightning Bolt. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Slightly less fortunate, unfortunate. So, Ledger Shredder could swing with a max of 2. Let's go ahead and... You know what? I think another spot, I should have just plussed twice, honestly. I should have just plussed twice. What the heck? Rise of the Dark... Yeah, I should have plussed twice. I don't think the devil matters. Just that's my guess here. I don't think gaining life is that important. Which seems to be a recurring thing. Theme. Collector's Vault in Charticourse. Okay. Let's go ahead and plus. They get rid of Refute. Okay, let's go ahead and plus. They get rid of Ghostly Spaghetti. Very interesting. Let's pass. You know what? Let's just cut this down now. Was it Spell Pierce? There we go. That way I don't trigger Ledger Shredder on their turn. Shh. Whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay... Okay. I don't think I want to do anything about this Ledger Shredder. I think I'm winning without dealing with it, so... They do not have another thing. They're also just refusing to pay life. And I'm not sure why. Exile 2 cards? Okay, I think I can reasonably put this in play. And not feel dumb. Draw 2, then discard. They still don't have 3 mana. After that would be cast. They don't keep one of those lands. Okay, they kept another. They shocked themselves. Seems a bit unnecessary. I'd rather just hold my removal. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, Lightning Bolt's now almost just lethal on its own. I do have to respect the next discard spam. Oh, okay, they didn't draw it, so... Sure. Again, their loyalty is a little irrelevant to me. Alright, now they're just dead. Okay, well, they just didn't get there. They just didn't get there. What did they discard, actually? Well, what were all the cards ever they had this game? Oh, look. On the play, green drop. We hit the fun, people. Oh, no. I'm going to play 5/5. Actually, maybe I should surveil for a land. No, I don't care. My opponent wants to cheat mana all day. I'm going to try to actually play the game at a reasonable pace. Taking a turn off doesn't feel very good. There's ways to deal with this, so... What the heck is that? Okay. Sure. Well, I can't swing, didn't hit a land. Is this just all basics? What is going on? I'm gonna minus the original and plus the copy. Planes? Is it all basics? Okay, well. Sure. It's a good game before they cast Girl Spiral. It's a bit odd, but never feel bad about killing her. Live by a mana dork, die by a mana dork. There you go. Mono green. Mono green for you. Seems a little dumb to me. I could just get rid of Dark Ritual with this hand. I could also get rid of Kolaghan's Command. Maybe Kolaghan's Command's better here. Yeah, we'll just get rid of Kolaghan's Command, I think. Reasonable, I think. I could Dark Ritual Grief. That could actually be super useful here. Is that better than just casting Ragavan, though? I don't think it is. I'm going to argue this is better, and I can just Dark Ritual next turn. Yeah, he is in the bracket 5 queue. It just randomly doesn't see bracket 5 commanders sometimes, whereas the other ones like Keenan you'll never see them. But for some reason you'll still randomly see a Johnny. I don't know why. Alright, they had the answer, which more power to you. Can't be upset with that. Turn 1 Ragavan. I feel like Grief is a good idea, but I suppose my opponent isn't really doing anything next turn except potentially casting a commander. Maybe I could just draw a land and have Dark Ritual not wind up doing anything this game? Alright, well I was right about that. Persist. Huh, tragic. Okay, slightly less tragic. Now, because I drew that, we will just do this. Now that I drew that. Discover, Rebuke. Can I beat Discover? Okay, get me to... I'm just going to Entomb Persist. I could... my opponent might even have thought I'm going to Persist Grief here. And I could take River's Rebuke and Discover. But I think what I'm going to do is take Discover and just Entomb Persist the 5/3 Odin summon thing. Kill this. And they can't really do anything except chump block it or trade with this. I don't know. I mean, it's doing something. A Johnny Sleeper Agent. That is the poison combo. Alright. I can harass the creatures in the way. And Ragavan might be able to poke it. I didn't draw a turn 1 red source, so my game plan is a turn slower. We know how that goes. Do I keep this land? I think I do. There's a chance this Malakir Rebirth wants to be cast as a spell. Wow, you don't have anything? Really? I guess I'll respect Manatee? I'm not going to dash this. I'm in no urgent desire to, like, hit them this turn or anything. Do you complete it? Well, you can't now because I have the Ragavan, but... Okay, yeah. Alright. This is game-winning territory. Turn 3 format? Vindicate it? Oh, that's tragic. I didn't steal a mana dork. Shows up on 4. You could cast it with proliferate spells and turn like 8. And immediately ultimate it, I suppose. I haven't seen anyone do that. I have 2 things that probably have to be answered here. And one of them's hard to deal with. I think I would rebirth this. I think. Depends what kills it. Yeah, Lightning Axe hasn't worked out. It could be something else. Flame Slash, maybe? This hasn't worked out. Fable the Mirror Breaker, which I don't think I actually put in my deck. Really, we're doing nothing? Alright. Well, I'm not going to not swing at you. Wandering Everywhere? Be a bit surprising, but anything's possible. Okay. Sure. This does exile, and I'm not about to lightning bolt my... Ooh, opponent. Maybe not the best idea there. Maybe not the best idea. Now you have to commit the entire Wandering Emperor to stop Ragavan, which I'm sure they don't want to do. And I'm not going to cast Shieldred. I could just cast this butt naked. I could Malakir Rebirth and then get 2. Maybe that's just fine. Let's just do the thing. I'm alright with this. 1. I really, again, don't think I should have made a devil. I probably should have just double plussed. I don't think the devil matters. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, double plus is probably better. But, too late. What is that? Okay, it's a tap land. What is that? The proliferate or land thing, right? May reveal a land card. They deem keeping Wandering River around is better. Which means they are always going to kill Ragavan. Otherwise that seems a bit strange. Okay, that's maybe not what I would have done. I think I'm just gonna... How much does this cost? 5? Ugh. I don't want to discard anything. I really want to use the Lightning Bolt to stop a Johnny. So... Alright. You got me. I'm keeping Lightning Bolt around. You got me. This is still going face. Yasharn. Well, I don't have any forests or plains. Could have probably just cast Shieldred. Could have Lightning Bolted this. Now again, I'm kind of mostly just concerned about that. I'm not super convinced there's a safe Shieldred, because it could be a bunch of board wipes and stuff. That is an explosive vegetation. Okay, that's a bit deep. I mean, you have to deal with the Ragavan now, right? Save me the Lightning Bolt if you minused. Opponent. So greedy. Oh, so greedy. Alright. Plus. It's so greedy to me. Hey, I mean, you know, it's doing stuff, you know. All right. I guess I do have this ultimate is very slow. I'm not like expecting that to be the reason I win or lose. My life total is irrelevant for the most part. Not one less reason to have the devil. For 5. Okay. You got it. Fortunately, Liliana tokens actually block this. This card has done very well against me, but it doesn't look like that will be the case this time. Yeah, I get 2 blockers. I think I'm casting Shieldred. A single Shieldred trigger is pretty relevant here in my opponent's life total. Okay. They choose. For each player, choose a creature, sacrifice the rest. Okay. Yep, there's nothing I can do about that. Fair enough. I will have critical mass eventually here. Okay. Is really good. I mean, there's ultimates that win the game, like the other Liliana, outright. So I don't know if I agree with that. But it's alright, I guess. The problem is, I don't have a fast-tracked victory. They still have 8 life. But I am, I guess, at 30... I mean, if I was at 25, it would be almost the same. They do lose 2 life again from Shieldred. Just going face? You know what? If you kill me because I took 2 poison counters, I'm here for it. Show me it. Go for it. Let's plus spam. If they lose 2 life again, Lightning Bolt is a card. Alright, so now we win with Lightning Bolt. What is that card that is so good that we just really, really, really want it? Alright, so they are dying. I want to see this card before I sandbag, as much as I don't want to sandbag. Also, I don't have priority anyways. I can't cast Lightning Bolt. Ideally, they cast both cards first, so I know it's 100%. But I don't like sandbagging people. Might as well play tight. I miss lethal? Oh, I guess I could have done on their upkeep in response to the Shieldred trigger, so they didn't draw another card. Could have done that. I mean, they know they're dead, so they have to do some desperation thing. I'm taking the sandbaggy conservative victory route. That's what's going on right now. Sure. That's what I'm doing. You never know. They could have a flashing gain 2 life card. You never know. Might as well play around it. Might as well. There's no reason not to play around it. Also, the Nixilis. Oh, the mites can't block. Oh, I could have just swung with the zombies. Oh, yeah. Alright. That's... I've been toxic this game. I'm sorry. I've been toxic. Alright, now ideally I don't have to show them this at this point, so they don't feel like I sandbagged them. Because I'd rather not do that. I don't want that card. Don't want that one. I mean, they know about the onboard lethal. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. I didn't have to show them. We're good. Oh, didn't have to show them. Did they say that was the reason they can't block? Is specifically for limited? That seems like the most lame excuse, but I guess I have to believe it. That seems like such a lame excuse. I don't really care either way, but that seems kind of like a weak argument. I don't know. Like, oh, specifically for this one format that you play for about 5 minutes, because limited changes and then the tokens won't be around anymore in that limited format. That seems kind of weak to me. Also, I don't even think I agree with that. I feel as though that's not even actually the case. I think there's plenty of scenarios where that's just not the case. Like a gummed up board state does not require... I've played a ton of limited and have a... Or, no, I have not, but I've played a fair amount of it and haven't felt like I've had these crazy gummed up board states that ruin my existence. Okay, so I could play this. It is a giant, dumb, annoying thing that they don't want to deal with. So, let's play it. They can maybe shrink it a bit, and then I can maybe swing with it, and then maybe also then do something else. The other time I played against Thalia, it also had this. Go figure. They have double first strike now. Am I willing to play a blowout attempt? I think so. What do you got? Do something. What do you got? Alright, well, they had the perfect answer. Go figure. Okay. That's a bit ironic, isn't it? So let's play this and then leave up the Fairy Rogue, I guess. And name Rogue, because that's funny. Wait, why can I not cast this? Oh, I can. Never mind. Rest in Peace? In a Thalia deck? I guess they're all in on the stacks pieces, but... I mean, shoot. Okay. More power to you. You got it. I have this now. Wait, you have a reprieve? Opponent's playing some interesting tools here. I think I'm just gonna attempt to kill the Eidolon of weirdness. I don't really care about Thalia, especially when it can get recast over and over, so... You got it. I'm not gonna swing. I'm not convinced. It's safe. Oh look, it wasn't safe. Wow, I'm a genius. Who would have guessed? Oops, that doesn't work, opponent. No, I don't have to block that. I can just wait. How do I care? Alright, we now have a Giga Death Toucher. Let's go ahead and sack it anyways. It is unrealistic to hit them with this. So, let's go ahead and just do this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. I'll just sack a fairy. Right? Yeah. I want that Solitude off the board. Get out of here. Alright, so let's kill a fairy. Let's, double plus, I think? No, I think the first Devil token is actually worth it in this matchup. And I will play the Pack Rat. I probably will never use it, but there it is, chilling. Okay, another... Yep, you got it. Sure. Four? Okay, so I just win? Yeah, I just win. Dust Bowl. I'm only drawing 7. Yeah, so they can kill it, but I'm probably just drawing 7. I'm just gonna get Blood Crypt. Is it gonna be one of those games where it takes 4 times as long because they don't know how to use Relic or Progenitus? Oh boy. Why do I have to click it? It's the only one in there. Game, please. All cards that rob priority for 6,000 years should be banned. That's my TED Talk. What is this? Artifact. Okay. I'm going to assume that this is a good idea to use because this is an artifact deck. Alright. Look at that. Turn 3 format. Doesn't want to get hit by Ragavan. Player Death Touch. It's only been 3 years. Beautiful. Gitschmiede. But as you can see in those kinds of games, it does just win instantly. Alright, I have a turn 1 Entomb, and I guess summon Bahamut's the idea, so I can persist and reanimate. And pretty reasonably expect this deck to not actually kill summon Bahamut, so it should get healthy amount of value, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just mill it right here. Nope. I do need a land, though. I'm not going to feed the swarm. Demon. I am gravely upset I didn't play this last turn. That sucks. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. Do I play more than this? I think I'm going to kill this now, because they missed a land drop, and that is probably very good, so let's not let them have it. They drew a land for the turn. Excellent. Alright. I'm just going to saddle. Well, unfortunately now they know Rofellos is useless, so... Wait, what? Oh, sure, yeah, sure. Oh, look, they hit a land. Great. So... I think I keep the 3/3 around. I'm gonna plus spam. I really don't believe my life total matters. Not sure what matters, honestly. They drew another land for the turn. Okay. Great Henge draws a lot of cards. What is this? Doesn't really do it. Okay, I found Persist. That was rather significant. Alright. You know what to do. Alright. Get dunked on. Nice. Look at that. I just completely thrashed a Rofellos player. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's the games like this that probably keep Rofellos from being like in bracket 5, but I don't know, 4 out of 5 times it just wins really fast and nothing you do matters. But sometimes you have all the answers. Get wrecked. Don't feel bad about that. Alright, I have to stop because I gotta stop streaming past midnight. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing it. That's a good game to end on anyways. That's a good game to end on. You know what? I think this is actually pretty good. I think this is okay. It's better than I thought it would be. Maybe not like insane crazy, but I didn't really get to use Nixilis as much as I want it, but you still can use it a fair amount. You know, there's plenty of games where it does show up. So if we just look at really only the cards you would play in this, apart from, say, other... Oh yeah, Lightning Axe, I said should have not been in here 20 times and never ended up taking it out. I think I'm going to take it out now. It could just be Flame Slash or something. Oh, I actually had Fable the whole time. Okay. Yeah, so like this, that... Oop. That. Pack Rat's weird. Pack Rat's just not... Okay, this is not a card. Alright. I've convinced myself. Don't play... don't play Pack Rat. Oh, that. The only reason Bloodghast is in here is for my commander, but I was a little unimpressed with it. Even if you casualty it, bringing it back over and over with a land doesn't really matter. You don't often play this a bunch of times, so if I get it with Bloodghast once and then I always have a creature because that's what Bloodghast says, then I don't know. Like, you're not going to cast this at 7 mana, probably. Sometimes you probably will, but most of the times it doesn't feel like that. So I didn't feel too great about Bloodghast. I took out like the Sephiroth half of the deck, the Blood Artist things, so it's just even worse. Yeah, maybe it shouldn't have been in here. I do have, I guess, Diabolic Intent, but still. Not my favorite. Chthonian Nightmare, it's kind of cool too. Like, it's still doing things, but you can do better things, I feel. Like, even just making a second Nixilis with a 1/1 is reasonable to me. So I just like that too. But okay, yeah, so this pile of cards are like the really notable ones with this commander, and as you can see, most of them cost 3 mana. So your commander doesn't really show up exactly on turn 3. Sometimes it's the only thing you can do, and you should just play one. Even sometimes you don't casualty, you just make one of them. It's not super common, but I did find myself doing it, I think, once or twice, where I'm like, alright, I just need one going. I'm just going to start the clock from 3, try to get to 7, try to minus it. Maybe it's the only thing I've got that game. Just do it, right? So it's something to pay attention to, at least. But yeah, these cards are the big ones. But apart from these cards, and maybe a few others that my brain can't, like, understand right now, the rest of this is kind of just like a typical black-red situation. Maybe with, like, you know, it's got the reanimate stuff, a ton of removal. I probably actually did want sweepers. I wasn't sure about that, but again, after taking out, like, the Sephiroth package, it seemed as though I didn't have a massive board state really ever, and there's plenty of matchups and situations where having a sweeper would have just been fine. So I probably do want stuff like Damnation in here. You don't have to go too heavy on it. Honestly, you could probably just run another tutor as well, like Grim Tutor, which I don't think was in here. I think Damnation is fine. Maybe another sweeper if you can think of one. Another spot removal is okay. I maybe have too many of these goofy, funny things. I wasn't disappointed with any one I cast. Like, none of these were devastating upon having them show up as the thing to casualty. That being said, I didn't actually end up doing specifically Razor Demon, but I almost did. For those who don't know what this does, it gives your opponent one of these 3 spells. So, Demonic Bargain, Demonic Pact, and Ever After. Ever After doesn't really matter. At least I don't think it matters. By the time it does matter, I think the game is getting decided anyways. There's a lot of decks that if you randomly give them this, they just don't have a good use for it. Demonic Pact can win the game for you, so if your opponent chooses this and can't stop it, they would just die. So they got to be careful about that. So it's just like this, where some decks can't deal with it, so they can't choose it. So that leaves this one, which is exile top 13, then put a card from your library to your hand. So it's basically Grim Tutor that you don't lose life, you just mill 13. Yes, sometimes exiling 13 is awful, and you don't want to do that, but that doesn't really matter. Your opponent is probably going to find some card that is either the best or top 3 in their deck, whether it's a combo enabler or something. Like, you don't want to give your opponent a tutor ever. That doesn't, you just don't want to do that, right? Like, imagine you did this against a Rofellos player, like, oh, I just won now. The only reason I think it's kind of okay is because even though 90% of players probably grab the Demonic Bargain, your 7/7 does immediately cause a casualty 7, so you can instantly draw 7. And if it didn't do that, I don't know. Like, if this was a 6/7, I don't like it. But you do get a 7 Ob Nixilis, and that is quite significant. So you draw 7, and your opponent maybe tutors the best card. Also, your opponent has to cast this, so their entire turn could just be this, right? Say they cast a 3-mana spell. If you're on the play and they cast this, they can't have 1 mana to do something with. If you're on the draw, I guess they could find a 1-mana spell that could actually deal with Razor Demon, right? Like Witness Protection, and now you don't have Casualty 7 for your next turn. But that does mean your opponent cast the whole bargain to deal with the demon, which then would conclude the demon was worth dealing with, as much as I make fun of the card. So the intricate lines that happen with this card, especially early enough where they can't Demonic Bargain and then cast a 5-drop on turn like 8 or something, this is actually kind of fine. I think it's fine. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't fly. It looks like it has wings. It's weird. I wouldn't think this is busted if it was flying. But yeah, so that one's okay, and the rest are just whatever. I had enough ways to exile things so this didn't die immediately. If this is dying immediately, you shouldn't play it. Sire of 7 Deaths was weird, but I like the maybe middle ground of just normally hard casting this sometimes, right? I actually think I hard cast a Gristlebrand one game. The games do take a while, kinda, because you do have to like kill your opponent with incremental life siphoning nonsense. So it's not bad. Reread the bottom. Oh no. Oh, it does have flying. Oh, I was so caught up in everything else. Yeah. Okay. And it has ward discard a card. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. All right. So yeah, it flies. I fly it. We're good. And it has a pretty decent ward. So if they do tutor for an answer, they have to discard the. A card and find an answer if that is what's happening. In some matchups, a 3-mana 7/7 stonewalls your opponent. I saw a Thalia player, right? They don't want to pitch 2 cards to a Solitude to deal with it, but I guess you got to do what you got to do. So, oh, they cast it for free? Oh, they do! I didn't... Okay, alright. I knew something was up. That was it. Everything I just said was complete nonsense. I lied. I should really read things. Yeah, alright. Demonic bargaining for your opponent for free is usually game losing. That was the thing. I knew there was something. It only took 5 rereads. Yes, you cast it, your opponent gets Demonic Bargain for 0. That kind of teeters it on the line to probably you shouldn't play this. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. So you just give your opponent a free tutor that they don't have to pay for, and then they can just cast whatever, and then it's suddenly devastating. I knew there was something, because I knew, after just reading it out loud and explaining lines, I'm like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. But then after I read it 4 more times, I now remember your opponent can just get these cards for free. Actually, that puts Ever After back in the spotlight and undoes a lot of the removal I might be spamming up to that point. Okay, yeah, no, I don't advise you play this anymore. I'm going to keep it in anyways because I crafted it just now, so I have to. But yeah, probably shouldn't give your opponent that. A lot of times you cast this, they get Demonic Bargain, you will probably immediately lose, right? There's always going to be something your opponent's going to tutor that causes you to be in a very bad position, even on turn 3 or whatever, or as early as possible, let's say. I guess early as possible would be turn 2 if you hit them with Ragavan. I'm not going to play the treasure card, Strike It Rich or anything. But yeah, no Mana Rocks. I don't think Mana Rocks make sense here. At least I don't think they do. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not feeling them. But the Wall of Removal is nice. I like how you can play your commander and just sort of hide behind a Wall of Removal, and it also harasses like decks that don't have a lot of creatures, because you just have 2 Planeswalkers. That is pretty... Planeswalkers are one of the permanent types that are a little bit hard to deal with, so not like impossible or anything, but you know, it's very different from a creature, so you can just have 2 of them ticking away for a while and harass your opponent's life total. I don't know if I've already said this, but making the first devil, it felt wrong sometimes. Like, oh, you know, you want life, so when you -7, you don't die. Like, no, it's kind of just better. It felt better almost every time to just plus both of them. That doesn't mean you're racing to the second ultimate as a backup, like, super fast or anything like that. But I do like the idea of 2 of them immediately, ticking away. Sometimes I make a devil. I mean, if they have 1 toughness things chilling, it could be okay. Or maybe you do want to gain life, right? If there's an aggro deck, it's not always wrong, right? It just depends on the context of what's happening. But it felt like I minused the original one that's at 3 loyalty too many times, and I would have just been fine plussing it and not having a devil at all. Even if I'm chilling at like 35 life or something, because I did it, it's just not that big of a deal, really. It feels like a small investment to just take a turn off to minus it once and then start plussing away, but you can threaten the second ultimate, kind of, if you just start taking them both really fast. I don't know. You could also simply have another demon, or I guess a devil as well. If you just have another demon, you don't lose any life, right? There you go. The changeling from Black Market is a devil and a demon. There's also the Room, which makes a demon, right? It only sees demons though. It doesn't see devils. I mean, almost. There are like not many devil cards in Magic. The one that my favorite devil is probably Vexing Devil, honestly. It's like Phyrexian Obliterator, that I think Vexing Devils just costs a lot of money, but I don't see it played anywhere in any format. It's one of those weird cards. But anyways, Unholy Annex is cool. This is definitely not a demon deck or anything, but I like this card. It's, I guess, slightly more interesting than Phyrexian Arena, but I don't have Phyrexian Arena in here. I feel like I would play that before this, but this isn't bad. I could even contemplate slightly more demons in the deck to sort of circumvent this, but I don't know. I'm not super crazy on this card, but given how matchups played, it felt like I had time to get to the 5-mana side without feeling bad about it. This deck did feel like games were lasting that long. And if they weren't, then, you know, obviously someone had something that caused it to end really fast in a more typical Historic Brawl fashion, like Entomb, Reanimate. But Glory of the 5-mana Tybalt. Oh, right, there's the 7-mana Tybalt. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, Valky. This is pretty good. This does feel more in line with what my deck was doing, as opposed to something like Sephiroth. I actually forgot about this card. Forgot about that. What does this do? Draft a devil? Okay, so it costs 5. Draft a devil, exile it to your end of oh, you can only cast it on that very turn. Ah, that's annoying. Oh, I guess it does make devils, I guess, you know. It's a little convoluted to get a devil. You could just play a funny changeling, like faceless agent, or whatever it's called. The changeling that seeks a creature type. The other plus is 4 damage to a creature, planeswalker. Damage do discard a card. Devil tokens. I mean, all right, it's funny, you know. We had Pack Rat in here, so I suppose this isn't that unreasonable. I have no idea how I got this. It looks like it's an alchemy card. I don't know if that came from a pack or something. But sure, there you go. Also, this thing, I guess, if you're... Actually, you know what? The making your opponent not gain life, I wasn't playing Screaming Nemesis. I'm not really concerned if my opponent has some kind of life gain situation, because if they do, you just play the grindy back and forth thing you're going to do anyways, and probably have either win or lose, whether your opponent's at 200 or 2. Like, I don't think stopping life gain to offset the, you know, poking your opponent for 2 over and over is a big deal. But I do like this, kind of. I don't think I like this. Like, I don't know. You could put it in here. You know what? Go for it. Go for it. It's probably reasonable to play maybe Valky instead of... see, this does cost 7, though. I don't have mana rocks. This might be a little out there. I could maybe just straight up replace Sire of 7 deaths with it. Because, yeah, you can sack this to your Nixilis, but you don't really want to, right? You kind of want to have Sire of 7 deaths in play, so it's kind of weird to sack this. But it would let you draw 7. You could swing and offset the life loss. But I don't know. I like the idea of being able to cast it. So with that logic, I suppose I like casting Tybalt slightly more than just Sire of 7 deaths. Even though we do have a Casualty X Commander, it would mean I'm casualtying on turn 8 at the earliest with the Sire, which is not that great. This also is not a reanimate target. Every time I cast Entomb and don't have a reanimate spell in my hand, and I'm like, oh, well, I gotta make sure I have a persist target if I draw persist, because it's non-legendaries. This is not what I would grab. It would just be Summon Bahamut, or I guess the Primal Odin, which almost got there one game, actually. Almost did. But yeah, with that, this is just never something... I don't even really think I'd cast Buried Alive and have this in the top 3. So it's just kind of a funny thing. I think Valky's more appealing to me. But I guess you could play this as well. But yeah, I like this commander. It's cool. I really like this style of deck. You don't see this style of deck really shine anywhere. This like black-red mid-range thing, kind of like, I don't know, The Rock or Jund or something. You don't really see this. It's mostly black. I'm sure there's like a few red things that I just chose not to play. There are A plus B combos in red. Like, and this deck could just play them. Could just play some of the combos in here. It's like, is there that many cards with the word mage in it? Are you serious? Okay, Dualcaster Mage and Molten Duplication. Is that it? I don't think I own Molten Duplication. No, I own the other one. There's a 3-mana copy combo, and then there's the 2-mana copy combo. It's a mythic, though. Of course it is. But you could do this, right? Dualcaster Mage, Molten Duplication, and they do just win when you have both in play at the same time. So that is pretty nice. I don't know where Dualcaster... There it is. Yep, you just cast this, you cast this, and then you just win. It is 3 red. This is a very predominantly black deck, so it could be a little painful to try to get 3 red sources in play, especially like super fast or something. But you don't have to go for this super fast, and most of the times you probably won't find it, but you can reanimate this, and so you could Entomb Buried Alive it, and just simply Grim Tutor for this or something. I don't think this is unreasonable. I only own the 3-mana one, I don't own the 2-mana one, obviously, but yeah, Crocs is okay too. I don't like eating my reanimate targets in my graveyard, so that's why I didn't play Croxa. You also can't casualty it because it just kills itself on turn 2 before you would casualty it, which it should, obviously. You also can't reanimate it because it just dies instantly, so you can't casualty it. You have to escape it. But it does give you that, like, grindy thing out of the graveyard, and you can swing with it, and you can also just casualty it if you cast it for real on the escape. It isn't bad. It's in that grindy mid-range department. It's definitely not the same as the others, like Uro and Flage. Uro and Flage are like way more doing that than Kroxa is. But it does make your opponent lose life, and that complements your commander. And I mean, I like Kroxa. I like it. I have fetch lands and stuff. I wouldn't say it competes too heavy with this card. And if it does, take it out. You know, there you go. There's your solution. But yeah, this is something to contemplate. I'm not going to upload the deck list with it, but if you want to take two of these funny things out that are really only exciting with this, go for it. I mean, again, Razor Demon probably shouldn't be in here after having talked about it for 20 minutes, but everything else was fine. So, all right, that's it. That is it. Rambled enough, but there's a lot to talk about. So let me know what you thought about this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I think either tomorrow or within a few days we get new commanders from an alchemy set, so we'll see. Everyone's excited about, like, the Goat Napper. I haven't read any of them yet, but apparently there's new cards coming out, so it might be tomorrow. All right, get out of here. See ya.